What really happened to Elisa Lam inside the infamous Cecil Hotel? Security footage captured her last known moments. Confused, terrified, behaving in a way that has puzzled millions. Days later, her lifeless body was found in the most chilling location imaginable, inside a sealed water tank on the hotel roof. This isn't just a disappearance. It's a story with no clear ending, a mystery buried under layers of unanswered questions, conspiracy theories, and strange coincidences. And now, the collector has arrived to uncover it. Welcome to the channel. Stay with us till the end as we dive into one of the internet's most unsettling unsolved cases. Who was Elisa Lam? Elisa Lam was a 21-year-old Canadian student from Vancouver, British Columbia. She was studying at the University of British Columbia and was known to be intelligent, creative, and active on social media. In early 2013, she set out on a solo trip along the west coast of the United States, hoping to experience life and explore new cities. On January 26, 2013, Elisa checked into the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. The hotel, built in the 1920s, had a long, dark history, from suicides to murders to infamous residents like serial killer Richard Ramirez. But Elisa may not have known that when she booked her stay. Initially, she was placed in a shared room. However, due to complaints from roommates about her odd behavior, she was moved to a private room. The disappearance, Elisa maintained regular contact with her parents during her trip. She would call every day to check in. On January 31st, that communication stopped. She failed to call home. Her parents, alarmed, reported her missing to the LAPD, who launched a search around the hotel. Hotel staff claimed they saw Elisa that day. A bookstore owner nearby said she came in and bought books and gifts, acting cheerful. But after that, she vanished. Police searched her room, the hotel premises, and even used search dogs, but found nothing. No signs of forced entry, no leads. Until they looked at the security footage. The elevator footage, the viral clip on February 13th, LAPD released a haunting video from the hotel's elevator camera, taken on January 31st, the day she vanished. In the 2-minute video, Elisa steps into the elevator and presses multiple buttons. The doors don't close. She steps in and out nervously, hiding in the corner. She peeks out as if someone is following her. She waves her hands strangely, almost as if talking to someone invisible. Then she walks away and the doors close. The internet exploded with theories. Was she running from someone? Was she hallucinating? Was she playing a paranormal game like the so-called elevator game? To this day, no one knows what truly happened in that video. The body is found. 2 weeks later, guests at the Cecil Hotel began complaining about low water pressure. Some even reported black water and a strange taste. Hotel maintenance investigated the rooftop water tanks, and that's when they made the horrifying discovery. Elisa's naked body was floating inside one of the tanks. Her clothes were found at the bottom. The hatch had to be opened from the top. A heavy lid, not easily accessible. Shockingly, the tank was closed when her body was discovered, raising questions. How did she get in? Could she have closed the lid herself? Was someone else involved? Firefighters had to cut open the tank to remove her body, and that's when the story only got darker. Autopsy and official reports. The Los Angeles coroner ruled Elisa's death as accidental drowning. No drugs or alcohol were found in her system, except for her prescribed medication for bipolar disorder. The report said there were no signs of trauma or sexual assault, but many found this explanation hard to believe. Elisa had to access a restricted rooftop, climb a ladder, open a heavy tank lid, undress, and enter the water. And all of this with no one noticing, no alarm triggered, and no footage showing how she got to the roof. The hotel claimed the roof was locked and alarmed, but strangely, the alarm never went off. And just like that, the case was considered closed by officials. But the internet wasn't buying it. Strange theories and unanswered questions. Even after the case was officially ruled an accidental drowning, the internet and some investigators refused to let it go. Too many things simply didn't make sense. Next, there's the rooftop access. The Cecil Hotel stated that the roof was locked and protected by an alarm system. Only staff had keys and codes to disable it, but Elisa somehow got up there. and no alarm was triggered. Either the alarm wasn't functioning or someone let her in. Then there's the condition of her body. Although no signs of trauma were found, her clothes were removed and found at the bottom of the tank. This detail led many to question if she truly entered the tank alone. In some cases of hypothermia or drowning, people are known to remove clothing due to disorientation. But even that doesn't fully explain everything. The elevator game theory. A chilling theory emerged from internet sleuths that Elisa was playing the so-called elevator game, a supposed ritual that originated in Korea. The rules involve pressing buttons in a specific order while riding alone in an elevator, supposedly allowing access to another dimension. During the process, players are warned not to respond to anyone who enters, especially if they appear human but feel wrong. This theory gained traction because her actions in the elevator matched several rules of the game, and her final moments were unsettlingly aligned with the ritual's description. But could a game really be to blame? Or was it simply a coincidence? Mental health and controversy. Another explanation offered by authorities is related to Elisa's mental health. She was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression, and her toxicology report indicated she may have skipped some doses of her prescribed medications. Experts suggested that this could have led to a psychotic episode, possibly causing her to hallucinate or behave irrationally. While this is medically plausible, critics argue it still doesn't explain the locked rooftop, the sealed tank, or the failure of alarms and security systems. Nor does it answer how she managed to open a heavy lid and climb in without assistance. The lawsuit and the hotel's legacy. Elisa Lam's family filed a lawsuit against the hotel for negligence, arguing that the Cecil had a duty to protect guests and secure dangerous areas like the rooftop tanks. However, the case was dismissed in 2015, with the court stating that her death was unforeseeable. After years of eerie stories and real-life horrors, the Cecil Hotel shut down for renovations and rebranded as Stay on Main. But its past haunts it to this day. In fact, the Elisa Lam case became so culturally impactful that it inspired fiction, like the plot of American Horror Story Hotel. And eventually, in 2021, Netflix released a documentary series titled Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel, reigniting global attention. But instead of offering answers, it raised even more questions. So, what really happened? We may never know. Was it a tragic accident? A psychotic break? A hidden crime? Or something far stranger? What we do know is this. Elisa Lam checked into the Cecil Hotel alone. She behaved strangely. As captured in a viral elevator video, she vanished. She was later found in a water tank, dead under impossible circumstances. No clear explanation has ever satisfied all the facts. To this day, there are no conclusive answers. The collector's final thoughts. The collector has seen many cases, some strange, others disturbing, but this one lingers, not just because of what happened, but because of how it makes us feel. Afraid, confused, powerless. Because Elisa Lam could have been any of us, traveling alone, chasing peace, trying to live, and somehow she vanished. In the heart of a city full of people, cameras, and noise. How can someone disappear so completely and then reappear in a place that defies logic? Maybe that's the true horror. If this story unsettled you, you're not alone. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Was this an accident or something darker? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more eerie mysteries. The collector is always watching and always collecting the stories the world tries to forget. Until next time.